steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.
Coach, you said that this was going to come down to points in the paint, and you needed to win the points in the paint battle. You didn't, and the team also didn't shoot very well, but you won. You win on a corner three. Is this the type of game where you can throw out, I don't know, maybe some of the things that didn't go well and just focus on the victory? Or how do you approach evaluating a game like this?
Well, the points in the paint I meant just for us defensively. So, we held them to 24, which I think is a really good job. However, they shot 50% from three. And on a night that we were abysmal from there, to win a game, when you shoot 24% from three, you're doing some other good things. With the exception of like the second quarter, I actually thought our defense was pretty good. Our offense looked very unorganized. It looked dysfunctional. It looked like not us. So at some point, we have to have that carryover from practice. I thought it was better in Connecticut. We had more ball movement. But again, tonight, and I'm talking about the first three quarters, we were just too much dribbling, You got to pass, you got to move the ball, you got to cut. And, we were fortunate to win that game. I mean, they dug really deep, and I give them a lot of credit, especially holding that team to 30 points in the second half. That's really tough to do. So, we'll look at some film, try to learn from it and be better. But they gave us all we could handle tonight.
That final defensive play from Kia, the block that was called a foul, then overruled. It sounds like that's kind of what you're expecting from Kia always. You talk about her role is not necessarily about scoring. Just wondering if you can talk about like what you're expecting from Kia every night and how this kind of aligns with those expectations.
Well, Kia is really an elite defender, and she had been bent like out most of that fourth quarter. I went small because I felt like we needed to score, and I actually felt like our switching was very good in helping us get back in the game. However, when it comes down to offense, defense, she's always going to be on the floor for us defensively. She's too good. She's too long. She knows our concepts and schemes too well. So that's why I subbed her back in, because I just have the ultimate faith with her, especially on the defensive end. And, it comes down to, her at the rim. She's really able to guard multiple positions. So her versatility is why I put her in both her and Asia. She had herself subbed out on the offensive end before I could even say anything. She had Dana back in there. Yeah, so we're going to play offense, defense like that come down the stretch.
Becky, can you talk about that last play? Was it Kia's confidence when she turned around and said, or did you know you were going to challenge that?
No, we didn't have iPads tonight. I don't know what happened, but we had no review things. So Kia told me she didn't foul her, and I believe Kia. She has never lied to me. So
Media day, you made it a point to say on any given night, there are going to be no easy games. This was not the Mystics team that we've seen the last couple of years, and it's a young team. Kiki has played now BG, Tina Charles, and Asia Wilson in 3 of her first 4 games. Can you just talk about what you saw? Was that what you expected from that team?
I mean, it's a team that plays super hard. I think they play together. They play their system. They're a disciplined team. I think that team knows that they need each other, and they need each other operating at a high rate. But I mean, they have some talented pieces. I think Sonia Citron is a heck of a player, pro ready right now. Same with Kiki. So they have some really great pieces. It'll be interesting when they get healthy. You put Sykes back in the lineup and you put Aaliyah Edwards back in the lineup, all of a sudden it gets a lot more complicated. I mean, it was complicated enough for us tonight, and I don't know how many times you've seen it, and it's both leagues that I've worked in, both genders, doesn't matter. When a big time player goes out of the lineup, that other team steps up, and there's just this natural let up by the other team. Jason Tatum went out. You see Boston step up that next game. I mean, you see it everywhere. And I think we had somewhat of a little bit of a letdown. Like, I think they were ready for Sykes and understood how big and how important she is for that team. And, I don't know what happened, but I think she's okay. But for whatever reason, she didn't play. But I think we maybe let off the gas pedal a little bit with that information. And this league is too good. I don't care if they're the youngest team in the league. I could have made that up too. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like I heard that somewhere.
Snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.